In this section, we're going to look at transparency and documentation in artificial intelligence. And this is going to be related to regulatory and ethical standards. What are the most required types of documentations? Well, let's put them into three categories: model documentation, user-centric design, and impact. Starting with the first one, with the model documentation, we need to have standardization of this documentation process, where we need to standardize AI model documents and bring this similarly to documentation of software practices. And that involves creating comprehensive guidelines for documenting the model architecture, training data, parameters, and performance metrics. An example in the development of model cards and data sheets for datasets. Those are just examples which we could build upon with the aim to provide a standardized template for documenting AI models and their training data respectively. So here, two examples: model cards, one, and second is data sheets for the datasets. And in the second category, documentation for complex models like deep learning, special emphasis here needs to be placed on documenting the deep neural networks. And this includes detailing the layers, the activation functions, and the training procedure, and the hyperparameter choices. The challenge here is that we need to provide enough detail to reproduce and to be transparent while keep the documentation accessible. So you have to make the documentation accessible and transparent, but you also have to keep the model secure. And third is the auditing, trailed, and versioning. So advanced research is also on this, focusing on how to maintain the auditing trails and versioning of the models. This is crucial for training the evolution of the model over time, and to understand the changes that they're made, and to ensure accountability in the model development process. Now let me change the pen to a different color. Let's move to yellow and look at the user-centric design. Here we need to develop explainable user interfaces. For example, we can create interfaces that can effectively communicate the decision-making process of AI systems, and this includes visualizations of model decisions and interactive features that would allow to query the model and to explain interfaces that can adapt the complexity based on the user technical experience, for example. A second category is the personalization of these explanations. So projects need to personalize the explanation based on the user background, technical knowledge, and the specific needs. And that involves developing AI systems that can assess the user's understanding and provide tailored explanations that are most relevant and understandable to them specifically. And third, we need to integrate user feedback and continuous improvement. And some projects are also working on integrating user feedback mechanisms into AI systems. And this allows users to provide feedback on the quality and to improve the usefulness of the explanation, which can then be used to iteratively improve the explanation mechanism and the AI system itself. Third category, let me change the pen to green, is we need to foster trust and understanding and compliance with standards to build responsible AI. Because as we have seen in some of the previous examples, when software has failed to be compliant with regulations, let's look at the example of Cambridge Analytica and Facebook, where Facebook shared some data with Cambridge Analytica, and Cambridge Analytica abused that data to analyze that, to derive information which the data was not intended originally for. This has negatively affected the brand image of Facebook and Cambridge Analytica. Cambridge Analytica closed. There has been lots of trials about that, and although Facebook didn't really do any much damage in that respect, it still suffered. The brand reputation suffered. So we need to foster this trust and understanding, because the AI companies will be negatively affected themselves if that trust is trust diminishes.